After customizing your header and footer, so now we want to head on to work on our home page. And so basically we can go back to our dashboard here and then click on visit site. Let's click on edit with Elementor. So on our home page, we have several sections. So we're just going to start with the hero section. Our hero section is a slider, a beautiful slider that allows you to promote trending collection for your e-commerce store. So here we have two slider. So we can add another slider here, and then we have three sliders as you can see. So this is a new slider that we've added. This is what it looks like. It already comes with a template to help us design what we want to design. So we can just go ahead and choose an image here. So we can use this. So this is cover. We can close out this background overlay. So this doesn't look bad at all. And then we just add something for the text. Content, click on content, and then we can say get new collection dresses now. Subtitle as well, bring on your game. Next winter. I guess after winter, summer. After summer, winter is coming, right? So I think we can totally do this. And then we have text button. So we can do view collection. We can do as well. We can do um, get discount. So this looks like long text, both of them, but let's see what they look like. Um, so our text, it's a bit large, so it's flowing down. So let's see how we can, reduce our text and then take it from there. So what we can do here is bring on your game next winter. So we can take off next winter because we want each of the text to be uniform across all sliders. So we want all the sliders to basically look the same. So we can say here winter wear. So let's see how that looks like as well. So I think this looks a lot better now. So we can basically save this. All right, so the next thing we want to do is to work on the next section. And the next section, we have it's a brand section, right? It shows you all the brands that are maybe partnering with your store or have are working with your store at one point or the other. So for this section, we're just gonna do a little tweak. You can always replace the brand names or logo here to fit what you have yourself, right? So I'm just going to be closing the spaces around it because I think the space is a bit much because we want people to actually see the products that they came to see here. So I'm going to be closing out the one on the top and on the bottom. So you want to go to advanced, and then I'm going to be taking off the top padding here, Let's see what it looks like on 0. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this off completely. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding a heading. So I'm going to be adding a quick heading, and this is going to be it. So first you want to come to advanced and make this full width. So next I'm just going to align this to the center, and then so I'm going to align this to center, and then we're going to call this trusted by. So something else I'm going to change here is, of course, I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to be using a dark color for this, not so dark. Then we want to make sure that the typography fits into what we have across the site. So we're going to be using Lato because that's what we're using across board. And then let's see what 24 size looks like for this. Looks fine. Yeah, this looks fine. So we can, so we're also going to be adding a little padding around this just to you know make it balance across board. So for this, I think this looks fine. So we're just gonna publish this. We're also going to be clicking on this so that we make sure that the space here and here is even. All right. So we're gonna be clicking on this to take up this space at the bottom. So you can see it has a margin of 100. So we're just gonna take that out, and we're gonna make it 20. So this looks okay. So let's see what it looks like. So let's click on preview. All right, so this is what it looks like. So this looks good, but I'm just going to be adding a bit of padding around this so that there is more balance across board. So let's do that and then we'll move on. All right, so we're going to be adding a bit of padding around this, like we've said. So you want to unlink the value here, and then you see that the padding only affects the top. So we're going to publish this. This should look more balanced now. So let's go on to work on this. All right, I think this background image is a bit bright and therefore it conflicts with the main product image here. So we're going to be dimming this a little. All right, and we're also going to be reducing the space here. So to do that, we want to first click on this, and first we're going to be editing the background image. So let's click on style here, and we're going to click on choose image. So we're going to be removing the image here, background image, and I'm going to be putting this as an overlay image instead. So click on background overlay here, because overlay allows us to edit the image much more than background image allows us to do. So we're going to click on CSS filter. So you can basically bring this to 1. We're going to click on and we're going to try to reduce the brightness. So this is what we're going to be working with. So let's now see how we can reduce the space around this. So I clicked on edit column, as you can see. Okay, so to reduce the space around this, we're going to be reducing the height so that this comes up a bit. So this looks a lot better because it puts more attention on the images we're trying to sell. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click publish and let's see what that looks like. All right, so I think this looks a lot better because our products are more visible, and this obviously looks more like a background unlike how it looked before. So let's go ahead and customize the other sections of our site. So this grid section basically displays featured products, that products from your site. So you want to ensure that you set the query right. So normally it's best you put it at dynamic so that whenever you add products to your website, it can be updated automatically. You can simply add the categories that you want to appear here. You can add all the categories you have that you want to appear here. Basically, you can also add the tags. If you add tags as new or in sale, you can add those tags here. Also, another thing you might also want to add, if you have particular products that you want to exclude, that shouldn't be on this list, you can also add them here. You can set the number of products that you want to appear here as well. Okay, so this looks good. We're just going to go ahead to customize the style here. So let's head on to price. So our price color, we're just going to change our sales price to this. Our old price should carry a dark color. We'll have this. Also, we'll have our add to cart button. Our add to cart button would have borders, dark borders, and the hover can then have our brand color and our background color, our border color as well. And yeah, that looks good. This looks good across board. So this is great. So we want to head on to do this for the next section as well. These banners look very good, right? So you can easily click on them. You can change the image here and add the content. Add a content like what else you want added here. Yeah, so once that is done, you can go on to the next section where would also customize the style as well. So you want to click on this. So just like we did, this is a manual query. So it's always best to leave it at a dynamic query. So it comes, almost automated. All right, so let's go ahead and style. So we want to, same thing, we want to go to price and then we want to change the color. So same thing on our add to cart button as well. For normal color, we want it to be dark color. Then on hover, we want it to be a brown color. Yeah, so that's about it for this section. This section looks good and this looks good as well. You can easily tweak this to what you want. And then let's go ahead and customize this to our brand color as well. So we'll go to style, go to button. All right, so let's see what our homepage looks like now. All right, so this is what our homepage looks like. Okay, so I think this looks very good. So next we're gonna head on to customize our entire site to ensure that our branding appears correctly across board.